There are legends and stories wrapped into great songs, sung by bards for all to hear. These stories tell those of great warriors, evil tyrants, brave children, and cowardly kings. Thrones and treasures cause wars, gods and devils play bring destruction. The desires of a dark soul may bring annihilation, while the bright heart of a boy king will try and save it. Men and women of nations answer the call to arms, to fight for their country, their home, their families. Marching to the sound of a war drum, the billowing of a ship's sail, under the great radiant one, under chords thunders in the dead of night. The sound of rain hitting metal as a soldier readies his shield, as he stares into the orcish faces of the legion. The guttural war cries strike his heart with fear, but his young king saddles his warhorse and rallies together. A half-elven arcanist prepares a ritual in case the unblemished get too close. Lord and Chief Theophi checks his coalition of half-bloods and those await across the meadows with means to end him. Matthias stares into the burning pit, containing a great scourge of the land. He with his princes of peace delve into the devil's head to put an end to the rebirth of evil. Micah, in his old age, stands strong in his armor as Hector, the tyrant, assaults the dark world. With his shadow soldiers slaying the tyrant and ending the shadows, light shines once again. I am here to tell you a story, one of love, triumph, justice, and tragedy. A story that will echo throughout eternity. Cross every sea, ride every cloud, from the Isles of Setonia to the great city of Stamrin. Heroes and villains, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters all play their part. As Bahamut sits on his throne in Elysia, and the evil one fights his way out of there, a group of misfits find their way through the valleys, the meadows, the mountains, and seas. I am here to tell your story, by the fire in every tavern, the square in every town, or the stage in every city I come to. What's in those stories for me to tell is entirely up to you. Welcome to Manola.
Hello and welcome to the Chaos. First off, as always, we would like to thank the creators of Dungeons & Dragons for making the world's greatest tabletop RPG game. We'd also like to make an unsponsored show of support, or unsponsored show of gratitude for Dwarven Forge and their awesome tabletop terrain, as well as WizKids for their awesome tabletop accessories and minis. Thanks to the guys over at Sirenscape for their awesome sound sets and letting us use their music for our game. And now we are a chaotic cast, a bunch of best friends from Tennessee who have a passion for playing RPG games, especially Dungeons & Dragons. You all know the basis of us. Manola is our homebrew area of our world. We love it as much as we hope you love it as much as we do. Lastly, we like to give credit where credit is due. So we're going to shout out Matt Mercer in their cast of Critical Role, as well as Jason Azevedo in the cast of Realm Smith. Our shows are pre-recorded for now. We're in our new studio, like we have been. This is old notes. Hunter, tell them where they can find us.
At chaoticcast.tv on Instagram. That's where we'll be mostly active at. So we'll provide updates on postings and other videos going up there.
As always, every other Wednesday night at 7:30 is when you can catch the Canon Campaign 1 episode releases. On the off weeks on Wednesday, we will always try to release some sort of content, whether it is
the Manolan Review.
Mitchell hosting the Manolan Review. as you guys can see, we are without Robert today, and probably the next one, and possibly the next one. He's had some issues come up that he's having to handle. So, we got to be here for each other, and we got to hold each other up. It's just part of what we do. So, he will be back eventually.
Love you, Robert.
And
Cable will return.
The return of Cable.
But besides that, Mitchell's beginning, and you will get to meet a new character, which will be awesome and fun. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button to join the chaos, turn on the alert so you can watch the premiere of our shows with us. We love you all. Without further ado, let's jump into the chaos. Alright, last we left waiting until nightfall to make an undercover investigation run to the docks to see if you can locate and find out more about what is truly happening. You all found a way, or you all are trying to find a way to get the background information and what's really going on with Captain Alfie, or as you know him, Brig of Tuscadar, Duma's brother. The group, you all, the group, found and questioned his crew, as well as took a snoop around the harbor master's house, gathering some evidence and encountering an odd group of what seems to be mercenaries. Violet and Craeloth made their way back to the inn with their news, while Cable decided he would return to the sea and have a night with the fish. Violet presented their findings to Duma, but she was unable to read the magically guarded document. With the seemingly successful investigation, our group sets out to see what awaits them the next day in the beautiful port city of Mapledock. You awaken bright and early at the Yipper's Yell. We'll get to you in a second. What guys do?
I guess come down and get some breakfast.
Get some eggs. The same old tavern that you all stay in. I think this is the second night now. So, as you guys come down, you see Umbly and his wife, Sarai. Sarai's mainly doing the cooking. Umbly is kind of passing out plates to various patrons that are partaking in some breakfast food. You can hear the beginning of the port city to liven up. You can hear some carts and people talking and shuffling and stuff outside. They've got the tavern windows and doors open. Kind of the morning sea breeze air is blowing in. The food looks extremely good. It's like dwarven best. Plates on plates on plates of all kinds of different meats and morning vegetables and potatoes and stuff like that.
Go talk to Umbly.
Okay.
How's the city? Is it still heavily guarded from the attack yesterday?
The guards are very active. They had patrols all throughout the night. Kind of sat down here and posted up last night. But it seems they're opening things back up today. Nothing irregular happened overnight. So we're 24 hours almost removed from the attack. It seems the guards are still extremely curious as to what could fall out from this, but overall, they're allowing people to get out and about. Shops are open back up, it seems. I saw some of my friends' shopkeepers making their way.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad the city's getting back to normal.
Yeah, it was worrisome. I thought I heard some ramblings. You all were down there at the beach?
Yeah. We were down there probably for the better. I think we were able to save some people.
Didn't get on. Didn't save enough.
When tragedy strikes, it seems the innocent pay the price.
Indeed.
How much do you know about the harbor master?
Oh, the old mayor, Borg. Or, they don't call it mayor in this town. They want to call it executor.
Borg?
His name was Borg. He's a hard man, if you will. He was the high executor for decades. You know, he just lost the recent election not too long ago to an outsider, if you will, someone who wasn't who didn't grow up on the streets of Maple Dock. Have you met High Executor Sultanix yet?
I believe Craeloth met with her yesterday.
We spoke.
He's a very loving and caring man. I mean, I'll be honest, he got my vote. That's who I selected to put in there.
Who has the real power between the Sultanix and the governor?
Depends. What power are you looking for?
Power to make things happen. Who's got the real power?
If you're wanting something done within the city, it would be the executive. If you're wanting something done on a larger scale, between, like getting word to, say, other nations or the capital of Stamrin or whatever, you would want to use Ursula.
What if we found something that implicates someone Ursula is rumored to have a very close relationship with?
Uh-huh. Found someone the Horror Master, did you?
I mean,
I always suspected the dirty bastard. But all I know is you better have your ducks in a row, because they are...
so
So we
Sultanix
heard.
should be our point of contact, you advise.
Sultanix should be, in Dwarven culture, someone wrongs you, you pay them back. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Sultanix will not. Sultanix, he cares about Borg just as much as he does about me or the next person. So he will want adequate evidence as well.
Very well.
Very fair. Probably the reason why he's elected. Extremely fair person.
So you like Borg? Or, I'm sorry, you like the Sultanix? Even though you voted for Borg?
I voted for
You
Sultanix.
voted for Sultanix. Okay.
I voted for Borg in the past. Sultanix brought new life to Maple Dock. I make more money. I have more people. It's easier to get my goods, to serve things.
Do you know, has Borg done anything, to cause people to not want to vote for him? Like in the public eye?
I think there was an uncomfortability with his relationship with Ursula. It's not that we don't like... I like being under King Matthias. I think he's a great king. It's just, we felt like he sold us out, kind of. We were a functioning city on our own. We were able to do good by ourselves. And now we pay taxes, and it's kind of why. But, I mean, the protection of the Sentinels. If I have an issue, I call the guards. They're here within a matter of minutes. It's not bad.
Okay. I've just got one more question for you. What do you know of the Briganders?
Oh, Briganders. Have you seen one?
I don't believe so.
They wear all black with a white mask. The mask itself will have a blood tear running down the right side.
Very dramatic.
It's odd. It's like they... But now, you might meet one, walks right by you daylight, and you would never know. They hide their identities. It's like they're secret.
Very smart.
They say, I never experienced it myself, they say that there's an entire underground network of these Briganders, and it's not just in our city alone, it echoes across Manola.
Do you know of it?
We need to contact someone who can
I
translate.
don't know of any
documents.
personally. I've seen some. I've seen the white mask. I can tell you where to go and have your best chance.
Okay.
Where would that
you been to Town Square yet?
No, we passed through.
Go to Town Square, by the general store, there's an alleyway. And at the very back, there's a well. The well's old. It's no longer in use. Hasn't been in use for a long time. The poor bastard who dug it didn't realize we were so close to the ocean. But anyway, his water was never not salty, so it's out of use now. But they say the briganders took advantage of this to have another entrance or exit out of their underground. You could probably maybe stake out and see what you can find there. That's the best lead I got on the briganders.
It's very helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Not tossing a gold one, but
Oh, thank you so much.
Appreciate your time. And breakfast.
Welcome. Well, it's already been paid for, so eat what you will.
I will. Thank you. I'm gonna pull pots inside. Okay, I think we need to get this document translated for the evidence. Then we take it to the Soldiers. If Ursula,
well, depending on what it says.
well, yeah, but I feel like it's gonna be juicy. But if Ursula and Harbor Master are in bed together, we can't take it to them.
Right. The Sultan's has got to be our point of contact.
It's gonna get messy.
Yeah.
And then, but luckily, we get our stuff taken care of. We leave.
Right.
At Versatile.
So we just have to prove that it's not, that it wasn't Alfie, right?
Yeah, and his crew.
And they'll let him go.
Yeah, she agreed.
Side note, it's been a couple weeks since we played. If you all remember, they moved Alfie's trial date up.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it is, 2 days from now instead of a week?
Because it was 3 days
Mhm.
when she first told me.
You get this translated quick.
Yeah. I probably need to work on that today. I
Yeah.
still need to go to the general store, as I was so rudely interrupted last time I went.
Indeed. Yeah. Hopefully no Sahugian this time.
Or random strangers stabbing me in the back of the neck.
That too. Yeah. You don't have a urge to swim again, do you?
No.
Okay.
Roll me a. What's your passive perception?
16.
You kind of have a cold sensation at the same spot. And as you kind of touch it, there's like a little divot.
Craeloth, what is this?
Not see anything.
Oddly, no.
Oh, man. Must be your imagination, or maybe you just got residual effects. But I'm no healer. Do you feel okay? Besides,
Yeah, I feel
whole
alright.
tickle?
Just weird divot.
And then it goes away. It's just like a.
Keep that in mind. Maybe we can get you checked out by someone who knows more about medical stuff than me. I can poke it for you if
It's
there's
alright.
anything under the surface.
No.
Okay. Just let me know.
Okay. And I'm going to start heading. I'm going out to the general store. I've got a few things to pick up.
I'm gonna head to the town square. Try to find one of these ganders.
Okay. It's the same place.
I guess we're going here.
You've arrived in the middle of the town square. And there you are. As you look around, you see that there's various people setting up little pop-up kind of, it's not a tent, but they have like a little canopy over their table and they're setting out their wares and all this kind of stuff. There's some bakers that are bringing down baked goods and pastries and setting them out. You land in front of a place called Rob's Cakes and Bakes. It's an open-air sort of building that has a loose tent flaps for sides. The establishment contains a massive baking forge made out of brick that sits in the middle with hundreds of small cavities in which goods are placed for cooking and retrieved once purchased. There are 4 halfling men that continuously walk upon each other fussing at each other, but happily telling jokes and stories to their customers. It looks like they sell all types of pastries that seems to be like a family kind of recipe. They are flour-based with any kind of fruit gelatin in the middle, while a caramelized sugar is dumped over top. Basically, a Pop-Tart.
Like a good ass Pop-Tart.
I go straight for Pop-Tart.
So you head immediately over to there, and when the halfling says, "Well, what can I get for you?"
Do you have any pastries with dates in them, kind of stuff?
Oh yes, we got all kinds. Would you like
Ooh, I would like 3.
3? 1 minute. He goes and he's looking at all the massive cavities, and as he gets closer to them, you see all these like little toothpicks with little like a different colored kind of sticker looking thing pop out, and on the sticker, different colors of things, and there's like small scribble. He's like, "Oop, oop," puts them in a little bag, rolls down the top, brings them there to you. 3 silver.
Here's a gold piece, kind of stuff. Thank you. It's been so long since I've had anything sweet.
Thank you so much. Remember, come back to Rob's Cakes and Bakes.
I'll let everybody know. And I pull one out, and I cram the whole thing in my mouth. One of them. Crumbs going everywhere.
As you're walking away, he leans over. He'll be back. So, who's going to the town square?
I guess. 'Cause
Well, you're kind of both going. The general store's on the other side of town square, so you both are walking up.
Yeah.
As you're walking up, it's just people moving around as always. For this purpose, you see
Dressed in raggedy robes, with his belly kind of hanging out the bottom of it, because it don't really fit, with Pop-Tarts all over his unbearded face. So he's like a fat 22-year-old.
Wearing a belly shirt.
Yep, human. I'm human too.
and then he sees as you all approach.
You see a big bugbear, 7 foot tall, wearing chainmail armor, brown fur, with like a long cape and a long halberd stowed along his back. He's taller than he is, little points like above my head.
And you see a half elf female wearing fine robes covering up chainmail of white with golden orange trim, a shield and a mace on her side and a wand on the other.
Do you avoid them? Do you bump into them?
Craeloth's gonna avoid this dude 'cause he looks like a mess. Like, I was gonna split up from Violet, but now I've decided there's a lot of weird characters around here, and she didn't have such good luck last time, so I'm sticking with her at the store.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, check for this crazy guy over here.
Just throw a hand up as a
Don't touch it. Oh, God.
Okay.
So you said there's like tents and little shop things everywhere. Do I see anything that would look like it would be papers or anything to read or anything?
Roll a perception check.
Should we check on Ultio? I mean, Cable. Should we check on Cable? Ultio's brother. He slept under that ship last night. We still haven't heard from him.
He might be doing some
Mhm.
reconnaissance. I don't know.
And I have -1.
He's probably okay.
What?
I rolled a 1 and I have a -1, so I have a straight 0.
You are so consumed with how good this Pop-Tart is. You just cannot. You're just like, and you're just like eating it. Okay. You guys do make it to the general store.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Yes, I would like to purchase a map.
Very well. Yeah, we got plenty of maps. Are you wanting one of the city, or you want one of the region, or Manola itself?
All three.
Oh, okay. It's an older gnome who's got these real heavy glasses that have like 1 lens, 2 lens, 3 lens, 4 lens, you know, and then he's like, hang on one moment. And he turns around and he opens up some drawers.
Pause. Evan, did we not talk to Ursula and she was going to get us this stuff at the end of the
I think so.
Okay. Continue.
I think she told Craeloth.
No, I think we were together because I asked her.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Because I asked her for like sea charts and
sea
other
charts
maps and
definitely
stuff.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Play more than 3 weeks apart. She goes over there. He.
We'll just say that she's getting the sea charts and I'm getting the maps and everything else.
Okay. And he returns with 3 like yarn tied, rolled up thing. You know, one's a lot larger, one's medium, one's small. You can figure it out. And he kind of puts it all, rolls it up in like this kind of paper, kind of like cardboard paper kind of stuff to keep it from if it gets splashed on or whatever. And twist the ends. He's like, that'll be 2 gold.
There you go.
Hand you the parcel. Thank you so much. Is there anything else I can provide you?
Do you have any parchment for letter writing? Maybe some inkwell and quill?
Oh yeah, over there. Go, look, browse this section, and you can find what you will.
Grab some of that stuff. Just like a little handful of papers, enough to write some letters in case I need to.
Okay.
Do I see him and grab this stuff?
You are not in the general store.
Oh, okay.
You probably saw us walk in there.
You probably saw him walk in the general store, but you're not actually in it.
How much for the letter stuff?
5 silver.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
You don't happen to sell any jewels or jewelry here, do you?
No, I don't keep the gems. There's a store not too far from here called Jimothy's. He you know, it was Sultanix's shop, and that's how he kind of made his namesake here. But
Funded his campaign.
yeah, pretty much. That was his entrepreneurship, I guess you could say. And then he sold it. He didn't even sell it. He just gave it to a guy who volunteered to work for him when he got here. He said, "Here, you volunteered without judging me and helped me get this going. This shop is yours now." Well, if he was elected.
What's his name?
Jimothy.
Jim.
Jimothy's Jewels.
Okay. Okay. And is it here in Town Square?
No. Have you seen the Magister's Mysteries yet?
Yes.
It's about 2 shops or so down from it.
Okay. Well, whenever Craeloth gets done,
I'm finished.
head out.
Pause. I've got to pee. So you are in a general store. You're kind of still out in Town Square. Is there anything you're still you're looking for paper or you're looking for books and things, but you're not really finding anything because even though you roll, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're just not going to do it. You're just not having you look. And you all are exiting the general store.
As we're exiting, I'll go, Craeloth, I would like to go get a diamond for a spell.
Okay.
It's not here in Town Square. If you want to take a look around the well while I go get it.
I don't
Or
really
you can come. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really
So,
want to split up after what happened last
At this
time.
moment, you are kind of still over there at one of the little tents that is just maybe like 20 feet across the way from where the general store entrance is. You all have come out the general store entrance. You're kind of standing on the porch kind of area, and there's people actively going back and forth. You all notice. Well, roll me a perception check. All 3.
Here we go. New dice.
20 something. Yeah.
Not good.
12.
14.
8.
Craeloth. And it was a 12, so you 2. You all see a noble man wearing like a blue kind of overcoat. He has a lot of gold embroidery, gold buttons. Very nice. Craeloth, you would immediately notice him. He's a nobleman. Like he holds some sort of rank within the city. And you would too from your past, because you've been around the nobility, so you kind of know. Okay, this guy.
Are there a lot of noblemen in Town Square, or is this more like they kind of keep to the upper reaches of the
It's
city?
not completely like whoa, they're never here, but it's it's not common.
He stands out.
Yeah. But you see him, and he has a group of stammered sentinels escorting him down to the lower steps. And he's like, they took it. They took it. What do we pay taxes for? Help me find this. And the guards start going up to random people and questioning them. And they approach you, Newt. And they're like,
I like to put my head up a little bit.
you can try. And one of the sentinels is like, sir, approach.
Yes.
Now, please.
Yes, sir.
And
I get Violet's attention, but like, trouble.
he pulls your hood down. And he's like, doesn't match the description. And pushes you, turns you, and pushes you to the side.
No.
Oh, I put it back up.
And they begin going. They look your all's way. Like a guard, he just scans your faces and then he keeps on going.
Give him like a scary 22 smile.
And it just walks on. And the nobleman just stops and he puts his hand like in his hand, or puts his face in his hands. He's like, what do I do? What do you guys do?
Okay.
Oh,
I want to walk up too. I don't realize. I mean, I guess
so you both just kind of pivot and say,
I'm just gonna stand back and watch.
okay.
As he's walking away, I'm gonna touch him on the back, give him guidance.
What's going on, buddy? You alright?
Sorry, sir, but I can't say that I've ever had a conversation with a bugbear before that didn't involve maces and bows and arrows.
Yeah, sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ambassador Craeloth.
Yes, I've heard that there was an ambassador bugbear in the city. He holds out his hand. Nice to meet you.
I don't want to intrude, but I saw you look like you're in trouble. Thought maybe I could assist. I don't see a lot of men of your stature in this part of town. This guy, I have no idea. He had crumbs all over his face earlier.
I want to pull out the other two pop cards and be like, pastries.
I'm good right
You
now.
like it really helps.
Is that from Rob's Cakes and Bakes?
It is.
Oh, yes. Kind of
Oh yes, it's a date flavor.
He breaks it. These are the best. You know that there's 4 brothers that run the place, right?
I did not.
Oh. Yes, it's 4 brothers.
Are those the ones where if you use a prestidigitation spell to heat it up for like 3 seconds, they're actually really good, gooey in the middle?
Yes, I do believe so.
3 seconds is all they say.
Too much, it'll burn
Yeah.
the shit out of your
It's
tongue.
a really small amount of time.
Yeah. But the brothers, their names are Paul, Bo, Bob, Ben, and Ben Paul.
Damn halflings. Not right there.
All being bone ball, huh?
Paul, Bo, Bob, Ben, Paul.
They sound very familiar. I think I may have read about them.
They are the best pastry chefs in all of the Barley Sea, I swear it.
Oh, I've never had one better.
Regardless, you all seem pretty capable, and these sentinels, they're so occupied with the hooligan incident that their resources are limited. Could you all possibly help a friendly nobleman out?
As he said, capable of wearing off the crumbs.
He mostly fixates on very long. Your intimidating presence may be able to help me resolve my situation.
Are you okay? What's going on?
Considering how long this conversation is taking, I'm gonna walk outside.
So,
This is my associate, Violet Amastacia.
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you as well, Amastacia.
Oh, hello, madam. Would you like a pastry?
I'm okay, thank you.
Oh.
The name echoes before you. I've dealt with Amastacias in the past. Anyway, it seems a bunch of thieves have stolen a ring that is of utmost importance to me. The ring has a silver band with an aqua blue gem that contains an iris of an eye of a dragon. It continually scans from one side of the ring to the other.
What scans? The ring?
The eye within the gem.
Have I heard of any rings like this before?
Roll a history check.
23.
I wouldn't say that you've exactly heard of a ring just like this, but you would think any type of ring that has some sort of movement or extracurricular activity on it is probably has some sort of magical property.
What's your name?
My name, I'm Simeon
Simeon.
Evander.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Evander.
The only known lead that we have is my daughter saw two short people wearing all black with a white mask.
Heard that description before.
I've not heard of it, and nothing like this has ever occurred to me. It's frustrating. This ring has been a family heirloom for years, decades, centuries.
You say your daughter saw these, that they stole it off of her person and ran off?
No, she was in our chateau, and she was actually out in the garden area, and she saw them make a break through the front gate.
And that was the only thing missing?
Yes. It was like they didn't touch the gold. They didn't touch the fine plates and the fine silverware and the necklaces, and it was specifically this ring.
What kind of insight check?
What kind of people in this town?
Like,
Population-wise?
Yeah.
Mostly halfling, but there's a collection of everybody.
Based on it said short, I mean, there's not that much.
21.
Ooh,
I need you halfway.
Guys, follow us on Instagram at Chaotic Cast TV. Check out our Instagram. Check out our DM's Instagram, Chaotic Cast DM. That's all the plugs I got.
So, if by chance we find this ring for you, do you think maybe you could do me a slight favor?
What would that be?
Well, my mother used to have a book that she would keep notes in, and I was trying to see if I could find a book very similar to it, just to remember her by. She used to have a book that was royal blue with some gold writing on the front. I wonder if you might know, since you know about the markets and stuff in this town, if you might happen to come across one, if you would let me know, please. It would just be like a blank page journal, royal blue.
Where
with
can
gold
I
writing.
find you and deliver this information?
I guess I will get a room at the inn.
Which inn? There's.
I guess which one is closest?
Yipper's Hill is pretty nice.
Oh, I think that sounds nice. I'll go there. Thank you, sir.
Right, I'll let Umbley know if I come across anything for the short man.
Where did you find this ring? Where did you have this ring?
It's passed down generations,
Oh, yeah?
centuries, as far as I know. I mean, I don't know which one of my forefathers acquired it, but I've had it for a while.
Jimmy, not to question you, but this is standard procedure. I mean, let's say we go get this ring for you. Who's to say that you just know they have this ring and you want it? It was never yours in the first place. Do you have any way of proving it was yours? Maybe speak to your daughter.
It'll fit my daughter's hand, and it won't fit no other.
Very well.
It's got a ward placed on it, where it'll only match her finger.
The old glass slipper ward, eh?
If one tries to put it on, things happen. So, you might be able to find the thief if they're missing a hand.
What does
But,
this ring do?
I mean, its properties allow me to be a better politician, if you will. But please, I'm going to continue my investigation with the guards. If you find it, I will pay you handsomely for the reward.
Do you think we could speak to your daughter to see if we can find out some more information about what happened?
I wouldn't prefer strangers to be there without me.
Maybe more than welcome to be present. I would just like to ask her some questions.
Maybe this evening, if you all still haven't found anything.
I Okay. Where should we meet?
Meet me at Anderlin's Chateau. That's Anderlynn. Chateau. My cousin, Starlin Anderlin. It is his place.
Very well. See what you can find.
The reward will be 3,500 gold.
Good.
If you can return this to me.
This must be very important to you.
It is, and that amount of gold is more. It's. I would pay even more if needed.
Oh, no. Good to know.
Don't press your luck. And then he walks off.
What's your name, buddy?
My name is Newt.
Newt. Craeloth Tala-Rane.
I don't really have a last name anymore.
Craeloth's fun, too.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I'm Violet.
Madam? Pastry?
Nothing.
We had a big breakfast. Since we're both kind of working together on this, no reason to try to compete. We want to team up to try to find this ring. Everybody can make some money.
That sounds good.
I don't know what your ultimate goals are or anything, but if you're interested in trying to find this ring, right?
I just thought if I helped him, maybe that he would help me in return. So what better way to scratch my back than somebody else scratch it for me?
Smart. Okay. What do you need help with?
I just need to find a book. Very similar. It's just a memento that would remind me of my mother. She's been gone for about 6 years now.
Family's important.
There.
Seems like a noble cause.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm down to work with you if you are.
Sounds good, sir.
Yeah, I'd say we'll need the help.
Yeah. We're missing one of our friends. A guy we know. An associate.
I'm sure he's fine. He's
Yeah.
probably just gathering information.
He's sleeping with the fishes.
Oh, I love fish. I used to spend time on the sea all the time. I grew up on the sea, on the coast.
Where do you
Well,
hail
well
from?
with this guy.
Bilgewater, if we can keep that quiet.
Okay. I hail from Forbolgia. So I'm quite a ways away myself. I know my way around the boat. Spend a lot of time on the sea as well. Well, we're looking for briganders. Have you heard of them?
No, I have not. I've been in town all of 15 minutes now.
That was the description of the people he said ran out of the chateau. And that's actually who we were looking for anyway. We're gonna run an errand real quick though. Violet, right?
Yeah, I need to go pick up something from the jewelry store.
Okay. You want to meet back here? Sit, you can take a look around. We can meet back here, or come with us if you have a need at the jewelry store.
We can be right. I just want to take a look inside of the general store real quick. I'll meet you right back here.
Very well. We'll meet back here in a few minutes.
Very well. Thank you.
Make my way to Jimmy's.
Okay, you guys are progressing that way. You enter the general store. What are you looking for, young man?
Yes, sir. I was wondering if there was any type of journals, perchance, kind of a higher status looking.
Sure. Browse the section over there to the back left. And as you go back there, I mean, there is all kinds of bound parchment, journals, books, empty books, books that, anything you can think of. Hardback, paperback, all of it. Scrolls, inkwells, feathers.
So a ritual spell, if I do that, it doesn't cost a slot, right?
Correct.
It takes 10 minutes to do.
I'm going to be that shot for 10 minutes.
It's kind of like a thing. You gotta sit down, burn some incense.
Yeah.
Not necessarily burn incense, but
I'm going to pop a squat real quick, up on these books, and I'm just looking, and I'm just kind of, can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah. So you're doing that. We'll say it's going to take a few minutes.
as we're walking to Jimmy's,
Okay.
Craeloth, I don't trust Simeon.
Yeah, he had a weird vibe. I mean, if he's looking for something that makes him more skilled in the arena of politics, obviously he's
I feel like he's
politicians are skilled.
manipulating his daughter. Something's definitely going on there.
Okay.
If it only fits her hand, she's obviously the one wearing it, not him. So he's having to use her
True.
to do
She
something.
is taking, he said that it only fits her hand, and anybody else who wears it lose a hand. So if this might be causing her pain. He's, getting the benefits. She's just bearing the brunt.
I would like to try something. I
Okay.
feel like she's, even if we talk to her, with him present, she's probably not going to say anything.
Try to distract him.
Well, yes. Or, I thought about trying to slip her one of the sending stones, the sending crystals. That way maybe we could talk to her on private.
Yeah. Just, we talk to her in front of him. I'll distract him. You slip her the stone. And, let her know that we can be trusted. And then we'll leave. And hopefully she'll message us. If that's how that works.
I'm trying to remember exactly how it works.
Can she leave a message, or do we got to answer immediately?
DM. It's just a picture.
It's a picture. It has a message. That's weird. It's the basic sending spell.
With the picture? So it's Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat.
25 words.
D&D medieval Snapchat.
Screenshot it when she sends it.
It's crazy.
Oh, once in, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll try and slip her one of the stones, and maybe we can at least, get a general idea of what's going on, or maybe can arrange to meet with her privately. Secretly.
Seems like a good idea. I trust your intuition. In the meantime, I guess we'll find the ring after we get done jewelry shopping.
Yeah,
That's the first step, obviously. Plus,
I mean,
we'll try to find.
We just need to find the brigadieres in general.
Yeah,
We can get
translate this.
2 things done.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, look here, we're Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Alright, your spell finishes. There's nothing magical.
I just want to walk on like, thank you, sir, and just like walk out and go back to the town square.
I would say, it's not like they're miles away. In the distance, you can see Craeloth beat bopping down the strip.
Bugbear feet.
Bugbear feet. So they've not even made it yet by the time I come out?
Yeah, they're entering in, but they're probably 4 blocks down.
I'll just start walking that direction towards them.
Okay. You all enter Jimmy T's Jewels. There's a young wood elf style, jungle elf, if you will. He's in there, and he's messing with a glass case. He's kind of got this velvet felt, fuchsia colored rag or cloth, and he's polishing up some of the gems and sitting on back in their little tri-spires. Oh, how can I help you?
Yeah, I was looking for a diamond or 2.
Oh, yes.
Quite
Yeah.
large.
Oh, okay. Good. I don't know how many I have, but I'll certainly check and see.
Okay.
And he brings you over to the back right, and there's a case that actually looks like a big diamond, but it's just glass and has a little door on top. And he holds his hand over it, and you see some kind of dissipate. And he opens it up, reaches in. He's like, "We value this in gold. How much are you looking for?"
At least 300 gold.
Oh yeah. That's the largest that I have currently, but I have one.
I'll take it.
He polishes it up and he puts it in this little. It's kind of like a dice bag that we have. It's felt, and he draws strings.
Let me pay half. This is a spell you use to help us too. I want to contribute.
Okay. 300 gold.
You're probably entering into the store about the same when this transaction is almost complete. update my inventory.
Jimothy.
Yes. I'm surprised. Oh yeah, mine. Sorry, I'm still not used to it. Sultanix gave me this shop, and I forget my name is broadcasted up front.
Yeah, I was gonna just ask you. I was gonna ask you about the Sultanix a little bit.
Oh yes, Master Sultanix.
I've heard he's really. We've heard nothing but good about him.
And that's all you will find out of me as well. I was a beggar before this. To be honest with you, I was on the streets. I was taking Rob's cakes and bakes leftovers and eating them for food. And
Heard a lot about that later.
Oh, would you like a pastry?
is that the one with dates?
It is.
Yes, please.
Oh, here you go, son.
Thank you so much. He breaks him off a little piece and starts. Well, yeah, he moved here. We didn't have a jewel shop, and he said he hated the name of his homeland, but it was a beautiful place. He called it the Devil's Paradise. But
Have I heard of this place?
I would say all of you all, just based on your backgrounds, you know the general area.
Where I pull out my map and look
Yeah.
and see where it
Yeah,
is.
you could pin,
Point on the map.
Yes.
point it.
Hey.
Have I read anything
Other
about like
than-
the Devil's Paradise culture?
Like on the other side of the desert there.
I guess is what
Roll
I
a history check.
This is where Jimothy's from.
This is where the Sultanix is.
Sultanix is from. That's quite a journey.
And Sultanix is
16.
tiefling? A white tiefling? Tiefling?
Yes, he is. He is a white tiefling.
White tiefling. I was going for it.
That blue box isn't around on the video.
No. Anything that pops up on OBS won't be on there. The Devil's Paradise is in a loose alliance with the Bajori lands. They were a part. Are you going to just rattle off this information?
Yeah, like I'm just a wealth of
So
knowledge.
everybody-
He just spits out random things.
Rhea, shucks. Violet, as he's spilling this off, some of your old history. Oh my goddess! Some of your old history rings in. And the Devil's Paradise at one point in time was a part of the Unblemished Army. They fueled some of the pure blood elven war machine that Theophi saw. That they are. The best way I can describe it, the Tiefling area is kind of like the Red Guard in Elder Scrolls. It's kind of like I wouldn't say deserty landscape, but like a tropical kind of landscape. The people there are very sophisticated. Everyone's educated. Everyone's productive. You know what I mean? Like it's just a very highly advanced society.
And why didn't the Sultanix like?
It's not that he didn't. What he's told me, it's not that he didn't like his homeland. It's he dreamed of having a lover, and it didn't work out. And instead of sitting and coping with the results of it, he decided to leave and forge his own fate elsewhere. And he's here.
He seems to be doing very well for himself.
A lot of people wonder how someone can be so nice and so caring without worrying about anything. But I don't know. I hope you meet him sometime if you haven't yet.
I'm sure we'll meet up with him in the future.
Is there anything else I can get for you guys?
I'm good.
Appreciate it.
Well, if you ever need any jewelry sized or the lucky woman or man, return to me. I will provide.
Before we leave, I found this emerald circlet in our travels. Pull out the bag and hold it. And I was wondering if you could get it appraised.
Oh, yes, please. Can I see it?
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
I mean, we got some stuff to do, but we could come back. And take a while.
How long would it take?
I would just say a couple hours. I'm going to fully examine the stone inside out. I want to see how intricate the metal has been crafted.
We'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it in the back. Return. Give me a couple hours, and I'll have it appraised. Are you looking to sell?
Depends on how much it's worth.
So the way Sultanix ran it, and I kind of like it. I'm trying to keep the same practices. Is the store itself doesn't really buy and hold gems a whole lot. Besides the few that we have out here. I'm going to try and locate a buyer as I appraise it. That way, it's just a one fluid motion. And then I will.
You can go ahead and look for a buyer. I have no real use for it.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
So, a quick question.
Yes.
Do you know where in the town or the city, perhaps, that we might find a place that would have like the history of the town's records or anything like that?
Probably within the High Executor's office, I would imagine. I don't know that there would be anything amongst the common folk down here in regards to that. Yes.
So
I can always put in
the
word.
Gold Keep?
Huh?
In the Gold Keep?
Yeah, probably in the Gold Keep. Yeah, I could put in word if you all request a meeting with Sultanix.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when we'll get to him though. Maybe if you just had like a letter or.
Well, you all do whatever you said. You had some errands to run. Do what you need to do. Return to me. I will hopefully have located a buyer and have your appraisal. And then if you pursue a meeting with the High Executor Sultanix, I will put in word. Mine and his relationship is very good.
Much appreciated.
It's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Oh yes. Anything I can do. I mean, to be honest, a lot of people don't buy jewels, so you pretty much paid rent for a while.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to help. You have quite the fortunate name.
Yeah, Jimothy. It's not my real name. It's what Sultanix calls me. Actually, my real name is Targus.
Targets.
Do you prefer to be called Targus?
Yeah, see, a lot of people knew me as the beggar Targus, and so Sultanix thought I should come up with a new one. And Jimothy,
Is it Gemithy?
J-I-N.
Oh, okay.
Jim.
Jim Othy. Yes.
Jim Othy or Jim Ithy?
Othy. Jim.
Timothy, but with a J.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Probably wasn't the most clever name Sultanix ever come up with, but serves its purpose.
He's doing his best.
It rhymes. Or not rhymes. Alliteration, I mean. Anyway, is there anything else I can do for you?
You've helped immensely. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no
We'll
worries.
return. Thank you.
He begins just wiping back down some of the glass cases and stuff.
Alright.
Oh, that was
pretty fortunate.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put that diamond in the bag of holding it.
Old Grog over there with his list.
Oh, man.
They need to put it on the app every time. These are just right now. The time to go back and cop it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the town square?
And I guess we'll make our way toward this well.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll explain to Newt that the briganders, as the people wearing these masks, and we heard that there's a well beside down an alley beside the general store where the briganders know to use as an entrance / exit to their hideout.
I'm kind of a short guy out there, so I'm only like 5 foot tall.
Oh.
Five,
taller you are.
Like 5'3". I'm short and pudgy.
I love it.
New. We
Craeloth.
tried some new clothes.
Violet. Newt.
Yeah, I'm like 5'6".
Do you have any dwarf ancestry?
Not that I know of.
Halfling.
My father was quite a tall, buff man.
What about your mother?
She was pretty tall too. She was about, I would say 5'11".
You sure that was your dad?
You have
To be honest, I hope not.
servants.
To be honest, maybe not. I hope
The
not.
mailman short.
Was your letter carrier?
The mailman would be an upgrade.
Nick, would you like some new clothes?
Something that fits perhaps.
A little bit better.
If we get into battle, they're going to go straight for your exposed belly.
This is
That's
true.
not where you want to get cut.
Do you happen to have any on you?
No, but I could spare a few gold. If you wanted to buy you something. I sold it all. What's his face?
I ordered some fine clothes that I don't particularly need anymore. Not that they fit you, but I know of a clothing store.
Yeah.
But it takes a couple days to get a custom order done.
Oh, well, I've been like this for a few years now, so a few more hours or days won't hurt.
Maybe when we go to pick up yours, we can find
Yeah, find something on the rack. Least we can do.
Thank you, kind sir. And madam.
Of course. So as you guys make your way back towards the town square, kind of loosely following the guidance given by Umbly towards where the best that he knows of the Briganders. As you guys are approaching back to the town square, you all see a couple of swift-moving individuals that are navigating fairly fast, brisk pace, wearing all black, moving quickly.
How far away are they?
About 200 feet ahead.
Is that them? Hurry.
Roll a perception check.
21.
Natural 20.
Sad, man. I don't know.
Alright, so you all... No, they rolled bad, both of them.
Look.
You all see that they are darting in and out between places, and with a natural 20, one of them has a package.
After him.
Do they have a white mask?
You only see their badges.
I feel like we should follow these fellows. Let's go.
Would you like me to holler at them?
Maybe we'll just stay at the distance for now. See where they'll hit.
So this is going to be a chase. And there is stuff in the way.
Oh, God.
What's everyone's speed?
30.
30? Okay. Alright.
Would you
First
to know my
obstacle.
athletics?
Basically, alright, I'm going to let you all determine what the obstacles are. Violet. So, well, let me ask, how are you guys approaching this?
So, how...
Let me build the environment.
Okay.
You all are approaching the town square. In the center of the town square is Rob's Cakes and Bakes. It is an open-air kind of restaurant, if
like
you
a
will.
pop-up canopy?
Yeah, it's like a
kind of
bar, kind of. It's a pastry bar, if you will.
But like
It's-
we can see all the way through.
You can see all the way through it, except for where the forge is at. The forge is in the middle with a big chimney. So there's like a cylinder right in the middle that's about 4 feet across. But it has all these little cavities all around it, and that's where they prepare the pastries, put it in there, and bake them.
Okay, so it's like an oven.
Yeah, like a big oven right in the middle. And then on the outside is like this wooden table that's all four
Goes all the
sides,
way around. Okay.
and it's got seats, and people are in and out. So, and now you're set. So that's the very center, and then there's like on the outside of it, there's a ring of just pop-up little canopy shops where people are selling fruits and vegetables and fish and meats and
Okay.
home-crafted goods, toys, whatever, around that. And then another ring on the outside of that has various more of those types of shops. And then on the very outsides is where you have the shops. And right through...
Probably like a trader's village. Right?
Yes. And you all have to cross the main steps that come down in between the steps of Maple Dock. So you guys are on the other side of it. You saw them dart in between people headed towards the town square.
Okay.
And you all, based on where Umbly's thing is,
They're heading towards the well.
it probably is starting to line up a little. You're starting to put it together that that's probably where they're headed. It's on, down, and around. But you're not completely sure.
Okay.
Sorry. And there's also carts and people, animals, guards, crap just moving everywhere.
Okay. I have an idea.
Newt, we thinking about this?
Depending on how often you want to give me a bonus action for this chase. What I want to do is I'm going to be running, I'm staying on my bugbear feet. 7 feet tall, I can see over a lot of stuff. But if there's something in my way that I don't think I can easily avoid because I'm not super dexterous, I want to pop my echo and then swap.
Roll me a d4.
3.
You have 3 times you can do that. In this chase.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just running right now until I need to do it.
Anything you guys want to do before we to prep? There's Craeloth's prep. What you guys want to prep anything before you go?
I guess the only thing I can really do is if I see any like doors or anything that open in our way, I will use thaumaturgy to shut it. I don't have a whole lot. I can open windows with them too if we need to like knock through a window.
Open or shut doors, depending on what you need to do.
Yeah. I'll also guide myself during this chase. I'm praying the whole time.
Right, I mean,
If I
myself.
use Mage Hand, can I will it go with me as we're running?
Okay, you got to command it to.
Okay, I'll only use like the pair of Mage Hand then that way I can like try to scoop stuff out my
Yes,
way.
okay. All right. So the chase begins. This is a 5-cycle thing. You all will determine your own obstacles, and then you will determine how you deal with these obstacles. Since Travis rolled a 3, you will have 3 thaumaturgies. You have 3 incarnation or whatever it is, and then you have 3 mage hand uses to try and help you all. I need to know. Okay, so you all are going to be treated. I mean, if you stick together as a group, you'll be treated as a group. If somebody falls behind, you're going to be treated. That person will be individualized.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So if we do better, we're going to move ahead and you leave for
We got 5 things to do.
Roll your obstacle. Roll me a d20.
that each win. Okay. 7.
Massive crowd of people, a bunch of kids. Somebody throws a bunch of candy out in the streets, violent as you're beginning to chase them, and kids flock right in front of you. What do you do? And you're I assume you all are actively like running, like moving, because these people are running. I mean, they are sprinting where they're going. So if you want to keep up, you're going to have to be sprinting.
Yes.
So all these kids right in front of you. What do you do? Basically, what this is going to determine is I'm going to have you roll a certain roll, and depending on what you tell me you do, will determine if it's with advantage, disadvantage, or straight.
You said he threw candy? Oh, insect.
I guess I can still use thaumaturgy. Can I use thaumaturgy for any of its uses? Or
Anything. You got it prepared.
I guess I'll just use it to make my voice 3 times as loud as normal and just yell, "Watch out." Watch out!
So, like, half the town square is like, turns and looks at
At
you.
least they'll stop moving. So
Roll me a dexterity check with advantage.
I guess since I use thaumaturgy, I won't use guidance because it's 2 spells at the same time. I mean, that just seems fair. Advantage check. Straight dexterity?
Yeah.
Nah, let's see.
21. Okay. You. We need to roll for this. You keep pace. Craeloth, roll me a d20.
11.
11. A baker from Rob's Cakes and Bakes is carrying out some samples.
Son of a bitch.
And as your big bugbear way, he turns and straight in front of you, he's holding an entire pan full of just finished hot, warm pastries.
Are they the dates?
I don't know what do you do?
I'm sick of these freaking pastries. I'm shoulder checking his ass, slamming the pastries, and I want the pastries to go flying out of our path so everybody will move trying to get the pastries.
I feel like
I'm
I
dropping a shoulder.
Roll me a straight dexterity.
I feel like I need to roll a constitution to
Just
see
a
if I can
dexterity.
face or go to
You
the
can't do
face.
strength.
No, you do it. It's not that you don't or not. You do it.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I know. It's almost a natural one. It's a 7.
7.
You said, oh, you don't have any dexterity? Oh,
You run into the guy, the pastries. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God.
You can't resist.
Hey,
roll me a fat boy chair.
The pastries go flying. You shoulder check. The dude's like, ah! And the pastries. Newt, you're not going to have advantage. You're probably going to have disadvantage because you're going to run over to grab one of those pastries. You fall. Shoulder checking. You fall back about 5 feet.
Okay.
All right.
Dude's dead from all those
Roll a
pastries.
Dance.
Boys dance.
1.
One.
Hell.
Not rolling nothing else.
You just rolled a 1?
Yeah. At least it was on one obstacle I got, I guess.
You, as you're so consumed by trying to get that pastry, you trip and fall.
Oh,
Right, and the pastry's like straight in front of you, and dust just goes, whoosh, and a bunch of kids are like, hey, pointing and laughing at you.
does the pastry have dust on it?
It does, just a little bit. No,
Yeah.
but one, you fall and lose your turn, and you fall back 10 feet.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Do I have the pastry in hand?
Yeah, you've got it.
It's just like,
Violet, back to you. Roll a d20.
oh, 10.
10. In the distance, I'll kind of keep you guys posted. One of the, not the one carrying the package, but one of those people, they ran into a cart. Hit a cart and has.
Do they notice us chasing them?
You don't know, but
They really look back.
I'm trying to look and see. I don't know.
they haven't looked back yet.
Okay.
But one of them kind of gets behind, and one of them's ahead of the other now. In between those two, they're still 190-ish feet ahead. So, you rolled a 10. It's clear. You are able to just make it. So you roll me a dexterity check with advantage.
Kind of got myself this time.
Yeah.
21 again.
You gain 10 feet this time. And you gain 20 on the one in the back, so you're just about 160 feet away from 170 feet. D20 Craeloth.
17.
17. Okay. A group of what looks to be probably like sister moms or moms, whatever. Just a group of older moms that are friends.
7 little Johnsons.
Yeah, 7 little Johnsons. They're going around doing their shopping, and they kind of see you coming, like, ooh, kind of move out of your way a little bit, and you like rush by them. Roll a dexterity check with advantage.
7 again. Oh, that's a 19.
19, you gain 10 feet.
Heck yeah.
Newt. Roll d20.
14.
14. It's also clear. You make your way through. Roll a dexterity check with advantage. Violet, roll d20.
13.
22.
22. You gain 10 feet. So
13.
you're back normal.
13.
It's clear again. Roll a dexterity check with advantage.
Guide me.
Craeloth, roll a d20.
9.
15.
A 9?
Yeah.
Hunter, you gain another 5 feet. Because they roll better this time.
This is just the straight D20 roll, right? 9.
On the other side, there's another sampleman who is holding another pan of just completed pastries, and he turns around and sees you.
Son of a bitch.
You got your things.
I'm sick of these pastries. I want these pastries gone. Everybody's talking about them.
Roll a dexterity check straight up.
I can't wait for this race to be
16.
over.
You keep pace, and you send pastries flying again.
Damn pastries!
Newt, roll these
16.
16. There's a collection of teens that look to be trying to snag some pastries off of another sampleman, just kind of without him knowing it. And you kind of approach them, and they kind of see you come. They kind of split the waters. Do you just run on by?
Yeah. But I want to use Mage Hand to like smack one of them.
So you run behind one of the teens because you see them about to steal it. Roll a dexterity check with advantage.
17.
17. You gain 10 feet. Or no, 5 feet.
So this turned into pure mayhem.
I mean, you all are just destroying the town square. Alright.
The funny thing is,
Last
like,
round. D20.
I just ate one of the rest told myself.
5.
5. Violet. At this point in time, you all are approaching the area where Umbly was talking about the alleyway on the other side of the general store, a couple paces down. And you see them, the first guy darts around that corner with the package. The second one is like, he or she grabs like the post to that building and like swings. She's like swinging to head down that alley. About that same time, a horse and cart breaks down in front of you. And I mean, it is like you saw this horse and cart going, you're like, oh, I'll get behind that and I can make some good pace because people are out of its way. So you're kind of going behind it. It breaks down right in front of you. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
What's for Billy Check?
Dexterity saving throw?
Uh-huh.
That's good. I rolled 19. I don't know.
19, you're fine.
21 altogether.
The wheel breaks down on the cart and you're like, I've seen this before. And so as it breaks down, you like jump over the wheel. The horse is just like trying to drag and the owner's like falling off of the carriage. He's like, whoa, hanging. What, do you do anything as you run by?
Should I run by it?
Yeah, like you dodged the crash.
Dang.
So the guy's like, no, and you're just like, sorry, dude. And then you go
Sucks to
and
be you, huh?
you are you're probably about 100 feet or so where the alley turns. So you're able to keep up and see where they're going. D20. 2. Oof. Like, I have generic ideas, and then I'm not coming up with them as I go. Craeloth. There's a troop of stammering sentinels that are still questioning people. The same troop that was questioning about the nobleman's missing ring. And they form a line in front of you. And some are just kind of looking out with shields, and you approach this line of guards. What do you do?
That's when I'm popping the echo behind them. Swap.
Alright. Dexterity check with advantage.
Hey, 18.
You're good. You're on pace with Violet. You and Violet are right together. And the guard's like, whoa! Because you're just like,
Yep. And then drop the echo.
He's like, brace yourself! And then,
Yep. I'm like running at him full speed, and all of a sudden it's just translucent and then fades. And
he's
I'm
like,
behind him.
oh, seeing ghosts.
Anime teleports.
D20, Luke.
Like that camera like from the ground.
Yeah.
15.
15. Surprisingly, it's open. After all the chaos that has been sown by your compadres ahead of you, there's a pathway. You kind of follow exactly where that horse and cart was, where Violet was. Hop out of the way, and you're about 10 to 20 feet behind them.
I'm just like running by and be like,
Alright. Well done, guys. Y'all didn't get too far behind. Okay. So, the two cut down this back alley, and they hop between the various crates and bags and structures and just random trash and all the stuff that's in this alleyway. They're hopping off, parkouring off this stuff to get back there. They continue making their way. They find the shady spot between the two shops near the town square. One was the general store, one was an unnamed shop. And you see them both dive into the well. What do you guys do?
So we're at the well together now?
You all are headed down the alley.
I guess I'm in the front.
I'm not trying to make enemies, but we kind of need to follow them in case there's a maze down there.
They just dove in. It's like head first.
Head first.
I'm gonna get to the edge of the well and I'm gonna shout down. We just want to talk!
So I've caught up by now, out of breath, and I've got this dirty patient. I'm like, would you like a pastry?
I'm going for it. I'm just diving in.
Diving in.
I'm like,
Screw it. Jumping in.
Yeah.
Okay. What you doing, Nick?
I'm going to think about it for a minute. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to jump
Such a food.
You dive in, at first you feel like you're going to get stuck.
Oh, God.
I'm leaving behind a lot of pastries.
But you all fall what feels like, several feet. Like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm falling long enough to think. Like, it's falling. But eventually, you land in some, like, kind of oozy, squishy muck. You have successfully entered the sewers of Maple. Within the sewers, the grimy moss and film-covered stones are slick to the touch, and the smell of an entire city's population's waste fills the musty, thick air. It is hard to breathe. Roll a Constitution saving.
17.
4.
I think I have a sewers. Yeah. 4. Violet, you can roll up.
13.
17.
You're okay.
13.
You're okay. There are small torches that light the way.
Somebody just dropping something into the toilet.
There are
There
small torches that light the way dimly. The middle channels of sewer, it bubbles and gargles as the slow-moving sludge makes its way downward wherever it goes. You all navigate the sewer paths, I assume. You all going to try to progress onward. You can hear footsteps.
Yeah.
So you guys progress onward through the paths and eventually arriving at an opening that has a platform in the center. The two figures are standing on this platform.
Do they see us yet?
I'm sure they do now.
Are they looking at us? Or
Are they? Yeah. Are they like standing?
They're not looking at you. Are you guys being stealthy? You probably have only walked 20 feet. It's not like you've walked far.
I'm not very stealthy, so I'm going to say no. Because, we're swapping through muck and just...
We were coming out here anyway, right?
Yeah.
And we got to talk to them. So
We just want someone to translate this document, please.
no, we're not. I'm
How
not.
far away are they?
About 25 feet ahead. Kind of up on the little platform. You guys are like down into the sludge.
I want to, telepathically talk to one of them. Just be like, in their mind, be like, hello, sir.
One of them turns around and is like, and you just see the white mask with the red tear.
And I'm just like, oh, hey.
He turns, and then him and the other person are trying to do something on the wall.
On the wall.
What we need translated could help take down the harbor master. Please, a moment of your time.
One of them turns, throws a dagger at you.
Shit.
Miss. Shing! Dagger smacks into the stone above your head.
That wasn't very nice.
Hey, we're just here to talk.
One continuously begins to fumble more with the wall. You guys want to do anything?
How far are they from me?
About 25 feet.
Alright. Hop in the echo again. To right where they're at. Swapping. Hey! Please just take a look.
I'm casting hold person on the one funnel on the wall.
Okay. That's a what?
What does it say?
A 5.
They are paralyzed.
So, right now, old Cam Newt is like having flashbacks to his dad whooping his ass. And he's like, why are people such assholes? And I only cast catapult on that dagger back at him.
Okay. You gotta roll to hit.
What's a dexterity saving?
Dexterity saving throw?
Are you getting the ones paralyzed?
Natural 1.
Yeah, the one that's paralyzed.
Oh,
That
it
would
automatically
Yeah,
does.
automatically hit, so. Roll damage.
Dang.
Well, this should hit the fan.
Are there just pipes leading from people's houses to right next to this block of noises?
I used to tear people up.
I've done my civic duty throwing them on the ground.
Oh, that's 3. 9. Yeah. Piercing, I guess.
9 points of damage. The one that he was holding falls to the ground limp. The other one cries out, "No!"
So I killed him. Instantly, I'm just like, oh god, what did I do?
The
On the ground.
I'm such an asshole.
I'm about to grab this other one.
The other figure that's still up, she takes off her cloak and pulls off her mask. It's probably a 7-year-old child. She pulls off the mask of her brother, who's about 9, and says, "Omo! Omo!" and starts shaking.
Oh god, I've got tears coming out of my eyes now. I'm just like, oh.
She's just shaking. You see this straight on Craeloth. She's shaking Omo, who is, he has a dagger sticking out of his chest.
Violet! Use the
Oh,
diamond!
I can't do that yet.
Oh.
But I will lean down and I will pull out of the bag of holding the life root. I will use the life root.
Right, put it in his mouth and make him eat it.
Yeah.
Don't take the dagger out, leave it in. Take it out, leave it in.
Just take it out and then use the life root.
Omo. Blood's just soaked his front, and his sister, Olo, is just like holding his neck.
Swear to God, I thought these were adults.
And I'm just gonna squat down and like,
But that's no reason not to think they were.
it's okay. We just want to talk. It's okay.
I'm still crying. Like, I'm so sorry.
Omo is the boy. He's like, "I'm sorry. I threw a dagger. I was just scared."
I'm sorry, Tim. I want to like, oh.
We didn't mean to scare you. We need to speak to people that are dressed like you.
He's like, "Oh, my chest hurts."
You ran really fast. We thought you were adults.
I'll catch a kiss.
Damn, Mitchell.
I'm finally gonna kill.
Natural on that bad guy. The bad guy's a 9-year-old boy.
So you avoided the map in case you wanted to fight. So there was the map.
Well, now we didn't fight. We were fighting little kids.
He regains 12
We
health.
killed him.
8 on a
They
D8.
just brought him back.
They didn't have much health anyway, though. Yeah, that fully.
How did he even roll that good?
I know, you rolled a 1 and a 3 and a 5 on 3
Man,
days.
7 health.
Oh, wow.
Okay. They are 2 half-elven children, 1 boy and 1 girl, with jet black hair, olive skin, and slender stature. The boy uses daggers, while the girl seems to be better with a bow. She has a bow attached to her back. Their names are Olo for the girl and Omo for the boy. O-L-O and O-M-O. They seem to be 7 to 9 years old.
Are you with the Briganders?
What was it? Olo and
Omo,
and Umo?
Omo,
Omo.
O-M-O, and O-L-O.
O-L-O.
E-I-E-O.
The sister? Olo's the sister?
Yeah. Omo says, "We're trying to be, but you got to pass all these first tests."
Why do you want to join this organization? Aren't they petty criminals?
Not really.
Maybe we shouldn't hate on the people when it comes from.
I'm trying to lead these kids in a good direction. Look, he already got stabbed during doing this. Bastards.
Why are you whispering in front of us?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We need to speak to
You're kind of scary looking.
I'm really sorry. That's just the way I was built. I'm built different.
Where are your parents?
They're no longer here.
Oh. I'm in the same boat. I apologize.
We used to live in the jungle.
Which job?
The Manola Wale,
You moved all the way here?
not by our own volition. You see, there's a war. The elves call it a war. The gnomes call it expansion, happening in that area. It's all about the crystals. Do you know what the crystals are?
Before I'm gonna move you over a little bit. You're standing next to a poop pipe. There's a lot of slopping going on. There you go. Yeah,
Kind of smells.
yeah, it's pretty bad down there.
Do you know what a twilight crystal is?
As this conversation is going on with this poop smell, I'm eating this dirty fish.
Eat it.
Do we know that?
No.
Sounds better.
The gnomes want the twilight crystals, but the elves, it's part of their ancestry, what the twilight crystals do. It's how they communicate to the past. But the gnomes want it to progress their machines, or whatever. Anyway, our parents joined the battle, and we were left without. And then our town was overran by... See, the gnomes have machines that are... The gnomes don't fight themselves. It's machines that do their fighting. It's odd. But they use the twilight crystals to fuel these machines. Anyway, the gnomes and their machines took over our town, and we saw an escape to get on a boat, and it just happened to be coming here. So when we got here, we begged on the streets for a while, and then we were approached by an older green lady, and she asked if we would want to not live on the streets anymore and have a promising future. And so I told him, yeah, for me and my sister. My sister's really good with a bow. I'm not too shabby with daggers. I missed you somehow, but
Just give my chain now. About got it.
anyway, sorry for attacking you right away. I guess we could have talked, but we were scared.
It's okay to be scared.
Sorry for killing you.
You killed me?
I'm sorry.
That's a good shot.
Thank you. I was
Still hurts.
I'm sorry. Would you like part of the pastry?
There's something on it. No,
It's gone now. More pastries. I'm done pastry talking.
That's my stuff.
Talk about pastries.
He says, "You think the Brigaders is a petty thief organization? You're about to see."
Have you heard of a ring that has a little eyeball on it?
Yeah, from the Anderlin Chateau.
Yes.
That's what we were trying to steal.
When you try.
We didn't get it.
Who has it?
It's still there, as far as I know. We were about to get it, and then we got busted. We had to run.
It's still there.
So the Anderlin man wants a ring that's not stolen.
Listen, I don't know the details. I just know we were supposed to get a blue ring, silver band with a dragon eye in it. That's all I know. And we were supposed to go to the Anderlin Chateau, break in, second floor, huge desk, open the drawer, get the ring, split. We were doing that when we got busted by the noble.
What was the nobleman's name?
I don't know. He was just wearing a blue and gold coat.
That match the description. That's the guy that asked us to find the ring. Says it was stolen.
So is this like a contract for you all to go do this? How does it work?
Kind of. Mr. Bugbear,
Hmm.
can you pull that chain?
Oh, yeah.
As you pull the chain, the stones against one of the walls begin to shift to reveal an underground chamber filled with several figures moving about. Some are exchanging items and money, while others are drinking at the center round bar that has a few tenders serving. The chamber itself is dark, lit with purple glowing gems placed high up on the walls of the 60 to 70 foot tall chamber. The mood here is generally happy, and the people here clearly are the Briganders. It's a close-knit brotherhood. On the left side, there's a pit fighting arena, training grounds that seem to be made for a more dexterous type of creatures with jutting spires, high pedestals, and angled walls, and an entire section of hammocks that are mostly being used. Thieves sleep in the day. Down at the back of the room, there's a low-sitting chair with a blue-greenish goblin taking the throne. Omo says, "That's Callie, the sluice queen."
The sluice. So the goblin.
She's the leader of the Briganders in the Barley Sea. She assigns the missions and assignments, and truly has means of protecting the unfavored in the towns and the cities that she controls. She got us off the streets.
So she's all throughout the Barley Sea, the Briganders, not just here?
They're all throughout Manola. She's just over the ones in the Barley Sea.
So I've lived in the Barley Sea my entire life, and I've never even heard of it.
That's why we're good at what we do most of the time. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to be a part of it, but I'm not that good yet. You killed me, a little short, pudgy man.
It's got magical abilities. I wouldn't take it too personal.
But anyway, yeah, that's Callie, the sluice queen. She assigns the missions and inducts new people into the guild. The two twins begin to explain what happened. They were trying to switch the rings. There was a fake. The fake one is in the kitchen hidden in a sack of grain, while the real one was dropped in the pocket of an olive coat that was hanging on the bedroom door where it was stolen, or attempted to be stolen. They were caught midway through the exchange. Olo was going to replace, she was coming in one way and she had the fake, while Omo was still in the real one. They were caught midway through the exchange, but they managed to get out themselves. And they kind of tell you this as they're walking towards Callie. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Callie says, "Oh, my children, you have returned. Did you get the ring as assigned? And it seems you made new friends. You know, we don't bring friends here unless they are vetted first." And then Omo goes on to explain what happened. "I don't appreciate you attacking a Brigander, but thank you for bringing him back. There would have been hell to pay if you did not."
We didn't intend to attack. They defended with honor.
Good.
Just got out of hand.
These are two very promising. I'm going to start them young. You all don't look like you all participate in this line of work. Omo, Ola, thank you for what you've done. Looks like this situation has got a little deeper and stickier than I wished, but we will figure this out on our way.
Yeah, we stepped in some of the sticks on the way.
Yeah, sewers are a pretty good place for thieves guild. No one wants to come down here. Classic.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, I have no deservance, given my past transgressions, to ask questions, but have you heard of an elf named Algoni that seems to be around the Barley Sea?
Not a clue.
As the twins are walking away,
She says, "Hold on. Buck!" This big, lumbering ogre.
Yes.
Take the twins to the eatery. They've done enough today.
Yes, my queen.
He picks one up in each arm.
Before they go, I want to take just take a little satchel of 20 gold and give it to him.
Almost like, thank you, as he's being carried by this big ogre. So, we have a situation that it appears. I was hoping the twins would be able to sneak in and get it and get out.
You may have a bigger situation than you know.
I know a lot to try and be violent.
This. First of all, who?
I think you know her name. I know all who are in this town. I've known since you arrived at Lost Day.
Who contracted you to steal the ring?
Why should I give you the confidentiality of who wanted this contract?
I mean, I feel like I already know.
Who would you assume?
Simeon's daughter.
No, not Simeon's daughter. This may come as surprising to you. It's the High Executive who put this contract in.
For what purpose?
Well, I would only assume that Simeon claimed the band helped him with his political views.
And he was correct. Sultanix is very smart. The band is a detect thoughts band. It allows him to know what his political adversaries are thinking before he casts a vote or makes any type of statement. One who knows what the other's thinking has a high advantage in politics, would you not agree?
Why is it that his daughter has to wear it?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't even have a daughter. So it's probably false information.
Check
Pretty
it out.
sure.
Let me enlighten you on something. You met the harbor master.
Been in the harbor master? Not met the harbor master.
We know,
We know of the harbor master.
He pays me great. To keep his secrets at bay, if you will. At bay, get it.
I just meant sorry.
He doesn't. He knows we have the power to destroy him. He doesn't want that to happen, so he pays me to not destroy him. I'm not going to protect him. But I'm not going to destroy him because he gives me gold. He is interwoven in this town deeply. He has many noble friends. He has much influence on the politics.
I guess you would if you were sleeping with the governor.
Yeah, but let me tell you, the Briganders, we have even more. That's why Sultanix is high executive.
So we like something.
We like Sultanix. We do not like Borg. But Borg pays us enough to where we tolerate him.
Do you go out of your way to protect him, Borg?
No.
So,
He pays me so I don't destroy him.
if someone else were to try to do something that would hurt his reputation, would you stop them?
None of my concern. He'll pay me. Because he knows if he don't, he's definitely screwed.
What is your goal in all of this?
My goal is,
As leader of the Brigandians.
do you see any beggars on the streets?
No.
Do you see any homeless? Children going hungry?
No.
That is my goal. Never let that happen.
So for the ring, you just want a better city for your children.
The contract says Sultanix wants the ring, and he wanted it destroyed. Or make it disappear to where it's no longer in use. He pays well, pays enough to where I keep these kids, these people down here that you see off the streets, well fed.
Do you happen to know of any special books around? I've heard news, and you seem to know everything in this town, that there may be a special kind of book with some blank pages.
Man, Cal is a beast. Books, you said?
Kind of a Boreal blue color.
Don't know the specifics, but about 4 weeks ago, the library at the Gold Keep, before Borg, or as Borg was, well, how did he say, cleaning out his office, arranged for a shipment that involved many hundreds of books to be sent out of Maple Dock. The ledgers read it was heading to Nordrel. I don't necessarily believe that, but why would someone want to send books away? I feel like that's odd.
I didn't
But since then, the only books left were the ones in the Magister's Mysteries of Nicholas, because he would not let Borg look through his books.
The Magister's Miss.
Yeah, he has a small collection there. I don't know if you visited it or not, but
I've seen this collection. It's quite impressive.
he basically banned Borg from the Magister's Mysteries because Borg continued to harass him about the books there. But other than that, I have no information on books. That's all that I know.
Thank you. If you don't mind, would you maybe keep an ear out in case you come across the one I'm looking for?
If you're going to join the Briganders, I will let you know. If you're not, then you are not my quarry.
I have no role in politics here. I'll join whatever seems best. You seem to take care of these kids. And kids have hard lives, so they need a little comfort when they can't find it.
I have a question. You said you have a lot of dirt on the harbor master board.
I don't know if I would say dirt. I would say ways to kill him, if you will.
Okay. Could you convince him to do things? Since he's screwed.
Possibly.
If we give you some more leverage, can you have some people freed that he is unjustly imprisoning?
So now this is where it gets intricate, Ambassador. Borg and the Briganders, damn King Matthias is cunning. He's so smart the way he sets up his kingdom and structure. He has found a way to not trust the High Executor, which we pretty much select who's who. And he's put a governing seat in Maple Dock, which I have no control over.
Ursula.
But you have Borg,
Borg.
who has Ursula.
Depending on what that relationship is, I know that they are supposedly together, but I don't know the extent of it. Ursula's wiser than she looks. I know she's, you would think one run around with Borg would not be wise, but the dwarf is smart. She's smart enough to where I can't get much on her. Matter of fact, she always dots her I's and crosses her T's. About messed that up.
It's a weird
She
script.
dots her T's and crosses her
I
I's.
never understood that elf script. Anyway. Okay, so you have contact with the High Executive
I can arrange it.
since he put in his contract. You
I
also-
don't go back in contact until the contract's complete.
Yeah, but he's aware of your existence.
Yes.
And then you've got the harbor master screwed if you allow it. He pays you so you don't screw him.
Yes.
Ursula's not really our concern. Really, our concern is very low compared to what we need. We need Captain Alfie free. And
The
his
elf.
crew. Yeah, his execution's being moved up. We want to get them and their crew and leave. We've got this document.
You want the Briganders' help?
Yeah. Well, we got this document here we stole from the harbor master. We give you more leverage on it. We'll give this to you for free.
So what you're saying is you need a service,
Well, a
because let me
trade,
guess,
a barter.
you can't read it.
Didn't say that.
You're pretty well timed, Ambassador.
Can I look over and see if I just happen to know what it says? Or
What language did you speak?
I don't know what one of them is. I just picked one for the. Well, we know we can't. Because we know what it is. Sylvan?
Sylvan.
Okay.
It's the only other language you speak.
No, I speak.
Is that the one where you dot your T's and cross your eyes?
Probably.
We don't hardly read the letter.
Yeah, that's why it's so confusing.
That's the code for this letter.
The document is just like, it's like a one page, and it has like this golden kind of border on it that looks kind of weird. You know, it's kind of moving, like it's got some kind of arcane nature to it, and then it's got some scribbles on there, which you can't make it out. So you need a service. You want me to contact one of my confidential associates.
We don't even need to bring Executor into it.
We just want to know what the letter says.
And we'll give you the letter. If it's good dirt, we just need it.
I
Captain
have a
Alfie.
feeling she knows what the letter says.
We need Captain Alfie and his crew free.
We wrote the letter, boys.
Yeah.
I know what it says. But I love that you found it.
Would
You
you
see,
like to possess this stuff?
I am a provider of chaos, if you will. The more chaos that happens in the political world or up on the top, the less noticed the briganders are.
We just cause a lot of chaos in the market.
I haven't heard yet, but I assume I will.
There are pastries everywhere if you would like your children to eat.
Pastries. Rob. Anyway.
Okay, well, thanks.
So, what are you looking to gain from learning the information on this page?
We believe the harbor master has an Alfie locked up for a reason.
That is a correct statement.
He wants Alfie gone. He wants him dead.
That is a correct statement.
We want Alfie free. We want to leave this place and never come back.
We're just looking to prove that the crimes that were committed by Alfie, supposed crimes, were not him or his crew. If we can prove that, that's all we're going to do.
Fair enough. Do me a favor. I need your shrink. You get it, you can keep it. Make it disappear. If you're leaving and never coming back, keep it with you. I need it out of Evander's hands. That's what the contract says. It says it needs to be destroyed or disappeared.
Well, Evander believes it's gone.
But it's not. A matter of time until he finds it.
Is
I
it-
wanted it here, and it's not. Can you please help me get this? And I will tell you what's on the sheet.
If we get this ring, I want your help to get Alfie and his crew free.
We could arrange that maybe with one more task.
That's what we're doing.
Well, she said we get the ring, all she's going to do is translate this document. I want more. We're putting our neck on the line.
You get the ring, I'll translate this document.
What if it just is a
You help
recipe?
me with one small other issue, and I will try to help arrange Captain Alfie to get him free, along with his crew.
What would this issue be?
And you're going to need a boat, am I correct?
Alfie has to vote.
Oh, but it's not in his name anymore, is it?
It's a matter of taking it.
Doesn't matter whose name is on it.
Or you could not steal it and be wanted by Stamrin because I could make it in Alfie's name.
It was already his to begin with.
He was. But the legal documents say it is boys. But myself as the Sluice Queen, I have many different things I can make happen. And, not let you be wanted by the entire Stammer Navy. It's up to you. I'm here to help and provide, but I also need my own agenda satisfied as well.
If, say, we were already wanted, is there a way to make that go away?
Depends. Mr. Bilgewald escapee.
Great.
It's actually pretty impressive. I often wondered.
And you're not the fugitive.
He's only wanted in the city of Bilgewald. They don't even know where he's at. as of right now. Anyway,
Oh, there you go. We just told you it's not that important.
I wouldn't go back to Bridgewater.
Who wants to go?
You hear a lot of things, right? Have you happened to know what happened to my father?
Your father's name?
Mixel?
Oh, yes. Mixel Peregrine. The old bastard lives.
Tough old bastard's hard to kill.
Well, since we're asking about people, and you're all over Manola, do you know of a bugbear named GJ?
It's going to be a disadvantage because it's not in the Barlow Sea. I would assume him being a bugbear, have you heard the news of what's happening in the west?
Yeah, that's why we're trying to get the crew. We're trying to get the ship. That's where we're going.
Noble cause. Is it your homeland?
Well, a homeland's for Bulgia, but I'm going to save my people.
Surprised you don't already know this, but when you get there, I do not know about GJ, which I assume is a relative of yours. But when you get there, locate Oliver.
In Satonia?
He is in Fervolgia.
Oh.
He's in he was in the city of Bearprint. Bearprint.
Print.
He is a Furbolg. He's the sluice keeper there. He may be able to provide you information or a helping hand. You can say that Callie sent him, or sent you.
I assume that we shouldn't just straight up ask for Oliver. Is there a better way to go about it?
Look for the lock mask. I don't want to implore you to make decisions too brash. Befriending the Briganders could make your lives a lot easier. It's up to you, though. Some people don't want to be branded with us this time.
So you said the ring was in the
It's in a coat pocket.
Anderlin's coat?
That's what I almost said.
Hanging on a door?
Callie doesn't know exactly what transpires on the house. You just know from Omo's story, he said the fake one is in the kitchen, hidden in a sack of grain, while the real one has been dropped in the pocket of an olive coat that was hanging on one of the bedroom doors. They were caught midway through the exchange, but managed to escape.
What's the purpose of putting a fake ring? He's going to know it doesn't work as soon as he tries it.
Very much so, but he couldn't say it was stolen. There's a ring still. Sultanix said maybe he would think it lost its magical properties. Which could be a possibility.
He's the only one that really... He doesn't want the information that it's a thought-detecting ring out anyway, so he wouldn't raise alarm. Smart.
Sultanix is very smart. I hope you meet him. Powerful ally. Especially for us.
Indeed.
I don't know if I can speak for my friends here, but I think we will at least get this ring.
I would much appreciate that.
What's the other small task you need to finish what we need to do? Since I'm on a noble cause. This seems like a big task. Sneaking into a bastard's house.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
I feel like that should... And we give you this document, give you more dirt.
There's a friend of mine.
Yeah, but she'll own the document. We own the document.
There's a friend of mine. He's a gnome. He's on the beach. He's asked for help.
Okay.
Do not have the resources at the moment. Provide this help. Seek him out and see what he needs.
Is it something that's going to get us arrested?
Can't guarantee it. Or can't not guarantee it. I don't know. I don't know what the request is.
Alright.
We have our solution.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I can't think of any other way. Alright, fine. You gotta Good deal.
Return to me once you have the ring. I will tell you what the document says.
Is there a quicker way through the ship well to get back down here to you?
It's really the fastest way.
I'm looking real far.
Yeah, I just was hoping we had slot through the muck again. It's gonna take a while to get this out of my fur.
You could have stopped at the presidition. Why do they make spells so hard to say?
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, you can stop at the prestidigitation chamber and clean yourself up.
That'd be great.
Just push the button on the outside. You're good.
Okay.
Make sure the setting's right.
Okay.
You don't want to set yourself on fire.
Okay.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. It's something.
I should have given a better description of Callie. I forgot to read her description. She sits on the throne. She's like an old, wrinkly goblin. She has hair jutting out of various places. Her eyes are massive and yellow orbs, extremely big. She kind of reminds me of. Have you guys seen the new Star Wars?
Like Yoda mixed with her.
Yeah, Yoda and is it Maz?
Oh, yeah. So
Maz.
Maz. Like a green Maz is what she kind of looks like. She has various gold jewelry and piercings and stuff all over. She wears a big, heavy black coat, and her earrings and everything she has is like the white mouse with the red tear.
Alright. Thanks.
Yes.
We'll make our way out.
So you guys are exiting.
I'm gonna hit the prestidigitation chamber. Say that 5 times fast.
You are exiting the sluiceway. The sluice queen's chambers.
Dude, come here. Step in this chamber. Get the crumbs off of me.
Oh, okay.
Beeda, beeda, bing, bing, bing.
You see him just like.
Tapping A really fast to get out of it quicker.
If I should crash the game.
Alright. Cool beans. You all exit the chambers to the sluiceway. You climb back up out of the well. So chain, you're back up. What you guys do?
So, I have an idea if you don't mind.
Please, because I have no idea how we're gonna do this.
In 2 days.
The Anderlin, the nobleman, he likes pastries. But beside the point.
You knew all their names.
He seems like he thinks I'm just a young boy that likes pastries, so maybe I could ask him to give me some clothes, or maybe get him to take pity on me. He has a ring of detect thoughts, but I can also do that.
Well, he doesn't know where the ring's at. That's a great point. You go in,
And
somehow
I can,
we get to that jacket that has
I
the
can-
ring in the pocket, and you put it on and say, "This is amazing." You're
I
not
may
happy.
be able to cast a charm upon him to make him like me a little more and ask for some clothes.
Don't even ask for clothes. Just ask for that jacket. So now we get a point where we can see it,
Yes.
and you put it on, and just assume you can have it. That could work, depending on how weird we are. Kind of like it. In the meantime, though, if he doesn't even have a daughter, we're going to speak with his daughter.
We're going to meet with him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, obviously, we're going to go in, and he's going to either come up with some lies, or
we can come up with some of our own.
yeah,
How long is it until we're supposed to meet him?
Tonight.
happen in.
Care if I run in the bookstore real quick?
Yeah, but let's just keep working on this plan for a second.
If it came down to it, I'm pretty good at investigating too. Like
But we also
I
need
could
to
tell him I
defend-
need to see the crime scene.
Or, that could work. That's actually pretty good too.
Yeah, that is good. We
I kind of like that
investigate.
better than the close.
Yeah.
But the close thing could work. Maybe
That's actually better.
it's a lot better. But if we're gonna go,
But the first plan was pretty good.
Plan B, you need the clothes because the people that we have to speak to won't take us seriously because of the way we're dressed.
Right.
And then, but we investigate the crime scene, and we ask to look around. We look around down in the kitchen. We find the fake ring, and then we maybe we present it to him, so we found it. But in the meantime, we also need to get the other ring.
Yeah. Sure.
So maybe we can somehow get free reign of the house, acting as investigators.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
DM question. I had some documents saying I was an ambassador. Did I have any other documents give me some kind of official status as like to help let the guards let me do my thing, or would I just talk that guy out of it?
You just taught that guy out of it, but I mean, you have legitimate documents that tell who you are. So.
We can use that as
Yeah,
a way to form trust.
Yeah, basically the official investigation.
Here, you can trust us. Here's my title.
Yeah. And then we look around, but we know what to look for. We just make a show of it.
Yeah.
Keep him separated from the real ring. Go downstairs, find the fake ring. How much do we tell him? Do we tell him we found some briganders? Or we found some people dressed like that matched the description, we got some information, we need to see the scene of the crime?
I mean, it could be as simple as,
Split up when we get inside.
oh, look, we found the ring in this drawer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were... Maybe they were caught and had to run.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's gone. So we go
Both
in.
rings are in the house, right?
Yeah, we go in, tell them we found some people that match the description, we got some information, but we need to see the scene of the crime. We split up, try to get the reign of the house. Whatever we do, we make sure he's not where the jacket is hanging. Make sure
And I
he's
feel
down
like
in the
that's
cushions.
the, hey, look what we found in this drawer,
Yeah,
while somebody else goes where the jacket is.
yeah, but we go
And we
downstairs.
wanna wait.
Yeah, either way, we try to get him away from upstairs. We go downstairs, get the fake ring, put it back upstairs. But surely he would have looked straight in the drawer. That'd be kind of. Maybe we just tell him we found
But
it.
it's in a sack of grain.
Yeah, maybe we say this is. We got idea that they dropped it. We found it in this ring. Here's your ring. If we say we found it in the drawer, that might raise suspicion, since I'm sure that's the first place you look for.
Well, yeah, we could say, we could tell, explain we found it in this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But first, we make sure we secure the bag upstairs. We get the ring out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. So take a little deception, but nothing too crazy, really.
No.
Especially when we split up and make sure one of us takes him downstairs.
He lets
Takes
us
him,
in.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
that's
main
the
thing.
Well, he wants us to find this ring. See, it's pretty important to him.
Well, we have a plan.
That's the best I can come up with.
And we're meeting him, I don't even remember where we were meeting him.
Yeah, meeting him at the Anderlin Chateau. Speak with him and his daughter.
Oh, we were already meeting there. Okay, well that makes
Where's that
sense a little
meeting
bit
set
easier. His daughter.
This daughter might have prior obligations.
I knew he wasn't telling the truth. I didn't know exactly what the truth was. I just kind of took a shot at it. I figured he was
Well, we'll find out.
abusing his daughter, not in the weird way, but
Yeah, see, maybe we can use the fact that we know he's lying, but trying to cover it up to be able to get ourselves a chance to look at the crime scene, get free reign of the house, at least. Or at least I can try to distract him and take him into the kitchens while one of you two goes and gets the real ring. And it's part of your investigation in a different location.
yeah.
And then I will go downstairs, and once I know that you have had ample time to find what you need, I'll find the grains.
Okay.
So I can keep them occupied in the kitchens if I can get them to follow.
We don't know which bedroom the coat's in, do we?
Set on one of the bedrooms.
I should be able to find that. I mean, it's magic
Should
property.
we go back real quick and talk to Omo and try to get a specific?
I should be able to find the ring. It has magical properties, and I can usually sense those types of things.
Okay. Can you do it quick? If I keep him distracted for a long time.
I wish we were going to do this today. I don't have very good spells for it. Okay, well, we have a plan. Let's make our way to the chateau.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I stop at the
Oh yeah, we can
Yeah,
stop there.
yeah.
Still a few hours. It's about 1 or 2 o'clock. So you still got 3 or 4 hours.
Well, we'll go to the shop
Yeah.
about our time.
Alright, so you guys arrive at the shop. What are you looking for?
Oh, sir, do you happen to have... I've heard you have some amazing wares in your store. Do you happen to have a A type of journal or
Wizard over shop.
book with some magical.
Which store are you going to?
The
The one.
Magister Mystery.
Okay. My other paper. I gotta give you this cool description. In the heart of the trade steppe, almost at its very center, is a tall, purple-scaled building with flowing arcane waterfalls of orange mana that continuously fall into two collection pools on either side of the door. Along with the loud and bright mana falls against that deep astral purple building with the glint and glimmer that would rival a dragon's hide. There's a small lying fog of light purple pixie dust that drifts ever so slowly in and out and around the magnificent shop. There are 4 spires that soar into the air above, acting as wizardry towers or studies with the consistent burst of orange light coming from their windows. Just above the arching purple doors, the glowing orange handles, is a small burst of orange glowing arcane essence that reads in several languages. The magnificent Nikolai presents the Magister's mysteries. After displaying the glowing arcane writing, the lettering turns into an orange smoke that drifts away down into the pixie fog below. Upon entering into the misty foyer, the building seems to extend far taller, wider, and deeper than it could possibly from the outside, since it is situated in between 2 other shops. There are several racks of clothing that constantly rotate slowly to allow the customer to examine the products. The side wall of the room contains 2 massive glass containers that stretch along either side, once contained all sorts of items. There are 2 stairs that ascend to another chamber up ahead, but have glowing orange arcane barriers blocking the doors at the top of the staircase. In between the 2 ascending stairs is a large obsidian desk that has pulsating orange mana rivers flowing throughout. There are several orange globes lighting the entirety of this room to provide light for the customer shopping. Something that catches your eyes is there's dozens and dozens of small winged humanoids flying and fluttering about, carrying bits and pieces of thread, parchment, quills, and tiny pieces of metals and stones. While others are trying to strike down and harness the small seagull, who is giving them a fight, another bunch is fluttering about the closed and glass cases, cleaning and straightening up the products within. These are Nikolai's famed troupe of sprites and pixies. This group of tiny fey creatures work together to serve Nikolai, their rescuer, and they happily work to provide the best customer service that they can. Sitting behind the massive obsidian desk is a rotund Goliath female. She has dark gray skin with an arcane illuminated tattoos wrapping around her arms, neck, and sides of her face. She has deep maroon eyes that pierce strongly at all those she looks at. She is wearing a flowing blue dress that has black designs embroidered upon it. She has a golden toothed smile and wears extremely prominent lipstick and eyeshadow of rainbow colors. Is it Nikolai Woman? You don't know.
So that's not Nikolai.
Oh, no. She says, "Hello."
Yes, madam. I love your fine establishment here. It's such amazing. It reminds me of home.
Okay.
That's not Nikolai.
Trying to be cordial. Do you happen to know where Nikolai is?
He is. She looks over at this chalk board on the wall, and it's like a chalk writes for itself. He's in Loose Bolton still, it seems.
Oh, but do you happen to know if you have any wares, like books of sorts, that I could take a gander at?
I mean, you could just show him where the books are.
Yeah, there's a bookcase over here.
Oh, okay.
It's real cool. It like spins. It's magical.
Thank you, madam. And I want to go look and see if I can't find the book I'm looking for. And also, I would like to see if I can find a book on trying to tell me how to maybe learn how to unlock some things like locks and stuff.
Okay. So you approach the bookshelf. It's the same one that Violet looked at the first time she was here. And basically, it's set into the wall. And it looks like, it's only like maybe 3 by 4 feet square. But as you investigate and start messing with the bookshelf, it's like you slide it. And the book's just, like, even though there's just wall, it's just like you can slide the books. So that's cool. So roll me an investigation check. See what you can find.
Over there. 12.
I'd say you find a book on sleight of hand. Yeah, I mean, you can find a tome on, let's say, lockpicking 101.
I'm picking for dummies.
Yeah, lockpicking for dummies.
So I don't happen to come across anything, or like a book that would tell me about ancient books.
You find a book called The Book of Impossibilities.
Oh, that's a good one. I read it last time.
And then you can get Homer's notes off of it.
Oh, so you've done that this week?
A little bit.
Okay.
I didn't get a whole lot out of it.
Yeah, you both did the same thing.
I thought, is that the one you said you were going to send me stuff on?
Yeah, I probably didn't.
The only thing I have is Book of Impossibilities, 12 plus.
I didn't see the main
multiple.
one I was looking for, right? Can I ask the lady if she's seen it? Like a book matching that description, passing through her words?
Yeah. You ask her, and she says, I don't read. But I've not seen a blue book. Not here, anyway.
Where have you seen it?
A blue book?
Yeah.
I know, there's some at the stores. I don't know. Seen them in various places.
You don't read or you can't read?
I don't. I can read numbers and... What do you care?
Do you happen to be able to read
Seemed odd you were in the bookstore.
exotic symbols and things?
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I read this ledger and I sell items. And then I punch people in the face that try to steal them or whatever.
So can
And apparently now I give back alley tattoos.
Apparently it went pretty well.
I don't know. Is your friend okay?
if I write something,
Sure.
Aw, shit, did he really?
There's a tattoo. You got sepsis.
Damn. I warned him. It's not on me.
I'm just kidding. It actually worked
That
out.
wasn't sepsis, it was Hep C.
Yeah.
It's
but
terrible.
how do you
I don't
communicate?
I don't know.
He sends me messages in my brain.
If I write on that board, can he see it from where he's at?
No.
Oh, wait, I thought the board had something.
That board just says where he's at.
You send messages to him?
If he responds to me first. Or contacts me first.
What if his enemies came here and wanted to know his location he's trying to hide? Would that chalkboard give him away?
Can
Or
I,
turn it off?
No, I would give him away, but
Can I rip a blank page out of my spell book and like write some of the symbols on it and hand it to him? Like, if he contacts you, will you see if he knows what these mean? I assume if you look at it when he contacts you, he will know what you're thinking of.
sure. She folds it and puts it.
Some of the symbols I wrote down, I have those. You know what symbols I'm talking about, right?
What'd you... Somebody asked the question. What'd you ask?
I got distracted. I don't know.
Somebody shot me.
Combine that with the sewer sounds.
Guys, question: this golden keep, is it in the same building that we're going to? No.
No.
It's in the same step, but it's not in the same.
Are you done here?
Yes. You said we were going to have a meeting with
Simeon, the Vander.
I wrote it down.
The Sultan.
The Sultanate?
Well, Jimmy
What's
did
his
set up a
name?
meeting.
Sultanix is his name. Executor is his title.
We're going to have a meeting with him, right?
Eventually. We haven't set up anything yet.
Okay.
Did you want to go back and check on that emerald thing?
How long has it been since that? Sure.
I'm ready
We'll
to
go check
go.
on it.
Go wherever you want.
You go back, just to save time on this.
Yeah.
You go back, and he has found a buyer and an appraiser, and he gives you 300 gold.
300.
Golden circlet with an emerald.
Maybe in the meantime, I can go and try to meet with Ursula real quick and see if she has an armor. She doesn't know all the stuff I'm doing. I'd rather get that situated before we start
Do you think I would need some new clothes before we start? Do you think
Now remember, that's Plan B.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll wait on that. But I will get you some threads. So I'm gonna go try to check in with her real quick.
I guess I'll just go back to the inn and get food.
I'm gonna go with him, and while he's eating, I'm just gonna like, well, I'm fat. I have to be. Well, I'll be eating.
You're gonna eat.
I'm gonna eat and read my lock picking tome.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna go check on that armor real quick, and I'll meet you back at the end.
Trying to see if I can't find the arcane lock.
Lock.
Figure out
Oh, you want me knock or arcane lock?
how to lock. Did that where you look?
Knock is the one that unlocks stuff.
Oh, what was I reading?
Arcane lock lets you put a lock on something.
Oh.
That you can undo.
I want to unlock it.
It's called knock.
Well, what you asked for is a lock picking book.
Yeah,
You
you
didn't ask
didn't
for
ask for
spell.
spell books or scrolls.
Oh, well, there. I'll read into it. Knowledge, the more knowledge, the better. Who cares what it is? It's just both.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm great.
Alright, so you're going to.
I want to go back to. I'm trying to remember, DM. Ursula said she would.
I thought they said they were going to have it delivered.
Yeah, I want, but
Whenever she
I'm
could
gonna
get it.
go just try to start. Things are urgent. Let's see if I
Picking
can
a
expedite things. Maybe she has something on hand.
Sleight of
It's
hand.
sleight of hand would be, but we'll see what you glean from your book.
Is it lock picking or just not?
The book's just called Lock.
Fair enough.
You approach the silvered nest. Again, you're becoming recognizable to the
Yeah,
guards.
I
They
still have
come.
my papers in case
Yeah.
I need to see them.
Peppers, please.
Ursula's out of the office.
Can I speak with there was an armor I spoke with, wasn't there? It was like a
Yeah, there was a blacksmith, but
oh yeah. Okay.
he's very much under the stammering watch.
When is she supposed to be back?
You ask, and there's not a whole lot of information that gets tossed around, but you talk to some of the guards, just kind of bro them up or whatever. And you find out that her and Borg are out doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Knocking boots.
yeah.
Bumping nasties.
Yeah, bumping uglies. Okay, I'll return then. Thank you for your time.
No worries. We'll let her know you came.
Yeah, just let her know that my timeline has been moved up and my noble mission is more critically urgent. So this will be a great benefit. But I'll return.
It kind of bothers you a little bit as you're leaving that she's out doing something instead of.
Oh yeah, she doesn't give a shit.
Like, it kind of bothers you a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just need some freaking armor.
Like, your town was just attacked yesterday.
Yeah, and we saved your people, and still, this is what I gotta do. Okay. Anyway, yeah. I'm Craeloth's clocking that.
Yeah, he's kind of like. I remember that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's go back to the.
So you all kind of reconvene at the end. You're eating some lunch. Umbly's telling you stories about whatever going on.
Probably, yeah.
And episode 9's over.
I didn't know if you wanted to do an outro. And this is real quick next time.
Yeah. And this is where we end the episode.
There you go.
Thank you guys for watching. Love you as always.
I just had to pee really bad.
Carry on.
7:30's premiere campaign 1. Off weeks we got the Manola review. Welcome to the Chaos Newt. We will get your Meet the Chaos video up before this airs, hopefully, so that's irrelevant to you guys.
Keep an eye out for new content.
Yeah, new content. Instagram, YouTube. Please, YouTube. Subscribe and like our videos. That helps us get out there in the world more. We would love to grow and get a lot more people. You want to tell your friends?
And we'll do our best to be active in the chat on the premieres.
Yeah,
So
be
any
active.
questions you have, maybe we can answer them in the chat.
Yeah, we are going to we're going to keep doing giveaways like we did in episode 5. We don't have anything slotted yet, but We sent Realm Smith our first chaotic crate. They received it. Jason sent me a picture of him wearing it, which we might try to throw in this episode. Which is pretty cool. You know, yeah, keep an eye out. Yeah, just keep an eye out. You know, maybe one day we will turn it into all kinds of cool stuff. See you guys.
Huh?